All right, welcome to Photoshop. You should have already downloaded this from your Creative Cloud, and then in your Start menu, it's usually loaded there, so you can go and click on that to open it. Just like with Illustrator, when you open the program, it does not open any single file. If you actually clicked on a Photoshop file, it would automatically open Photoshop program for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at our interface for Photoshop. Um, this program can give you a lot of power over manipulating digital imagery, more than we'll ever actually use. But it does make it pretty easy. It seems overwhelming at first for your setup here, but as you work with it more and more, you're going to get familiar with things. You're going to remember where they're located to go and manage different tools and stuff. So let's talk about what you see here first when you open things up. Just like in Illustrator, Photoshop has its toolbox down the left side. You can double wide it if you like, or you can have it in a single strip. That is a personal preference, and sometimes the size of your screen may indicate to you what you're comfortable with. Now then, across the very top up here is the Photoshop menus. Very similar to Illustrator. Your file menu will be very similar to almost any other program like Word, Excel, Illustrator. We have our edit one, lots of different things. Most of it will be grayed out at this point just because we don't have anything selected on the artboard. Let's move here. Image, again, we don't have an image loaded, so nothing is available to look at just yet. Layer, type, selections, these are very important in Photoshop. Filters, 3D, we're not going to really work with 3D. It's not our needs for now. As well, it will take a lot of memory to work with that. View, very similar to the list that you see in Illustrator. Window, again, is associated to our panels on the right-hand side. We'll talk about those in a minute. And if you've ever got questions about anything, click on the help and type in whatever it is you're trying to do, if it's a filter, if it's a tool, if it's something in one of the panels, it'll take you to all kinds of information on that. Now then, right below your Photoshop menu is what we call the Tool Options bar, and that is going to change depending on which tool I may click. So I'm just going down the list here and clicking on a few different ones, and you can see that all of these change, and it allows you to manage different things associated with that tool. And then down our right hand side over here, mine are collapsed at the moment to small icons, but these are our panels. We have some that you'll recognize from Illustrator, our layers panel. Layers are all important in Photoshop. That's one reason why I like you to practice them. In Illustrator, it's more forgiving in Illustrator because you can move objects from one layer to the other. You can't do that as easily in Photoshop, but you can manage the layers. You can move the stacking order and things like that. Various other ones, we will get into those as we progress through our tutorials for the program. Okay, we have your colors, your swatch board, different things like that. Not all of them are open right now, but you can always go to Window to find any of the ones you may need. Now, well, I clicked in the center of my space and it wants me to open up a file. So tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and open up one. It's called Peach Outfit. You will find this on My Course Connection. You'll want to download it first. Peach Outfit and Ground are two of them that we're going to work with here. I don't know if I'll have enough time altogether in this tutorial. One of the other things, once you do have a document open, and you can have multiple ones open, this little bar right here will be the tabs for the different files you have open. And then down here is also what's called a status bar, and it's telling us at what zoom level we are in and what size this document is. different icons and such you can play around with. Now if I also wanted to open up the other one, I'm going to go to open, and ground was another one that I wanted to work with as well, and I can open it. There's ground and there's Peach Outfit. Just by clicking on my tabs I can move back and forth from those and have multiple images to work with, which eventually you will need to when you're making your mood board for one of your assignments in here. Couple things I want to point out, especially when you begin to work with digital imagery. You need to first get some information about what that imagery is. So we are going to go check out our resolutions and image sizes. So here I'm in the ground one. I'm going to go up here to image. Now that we have one loaded, notice all of these are now black. There are options that we can look at. Image size. We're going to take a look at that. It's going to tell us what size it is. It's 11 inches wide by 7.317 inches tall and a resolution of 120. You'll recall in the overview tutorial lecture that resolution is all important. It tells you how much information, color information, how many pixels are in that file. The more pictures, or I'm sorry, the more pixels, the higher the resolution, the sharper the image will be, but the larger the file is. So we're not changing anything right now. We're just taking a look at that one. And then we're going to come over here to our Peach Outfit and click on Image and check it out. Our image on this one has a higher resolution. It also has a little bit different inches dimensions. And I'm just taking a look at that for now. And up here it'll tell us our image size, 17.2 megs. Let's just go back to this one and again take a look at it. It is 3.32 megs. Do you see the big difference in size? One was 17, this one's 3. Some of it has to do with the resolution and other parts of it has to do with the inches size to it as well. All right, I'm just going to click OK at this point, and I think I'm going to go ahead and we'll close this tutorial, and then we'll start again in the next tutorial fresh with our full time allotted, and we will start with these two files. All right, there is your overview of the art